Y'all, DDG is making headlines again for being controlling towards Halle Bailey. And if you thought you've heard of every weird thing about him, honey, get seated and grab some popcorn. DDG is messier than you could ever imagine. Apparently, Halle's sister Chloe is also done with his controlling behind and just wants Halle to give him the boot. Now, y'all have obviously heard stories about how Halle is in a very toxic relationship with DDG and how he is low-key a control freak. So recently, those allegations hit the roof when a blind item about DDG's behavior towards Halle at the 2024 Vanity Fair Oscars party started making rounds. He allegedly told her not to talk to any other men and became upset after being excluded from a certain group photo. By the way, this is not the first blind item that has left people questioning DDG's anger issue. There was another one from a few months back that suggested that DDG wanted to unalive Halle. I know, that's even scary to imagine, but the blind item said that DDG was going to ruin Halle's career. Maybe the blind item was exaggerating, but one thing that's coming out really clearly is that DDG has rage issues and has been controlling Halle. Well, this allegation about him being controlling and having rage issues shouldn't really come as a surprise, because in case y'all forgot, we are also talking about someone who made a whole song about being insecure. In the first verse of his song Famous, DDG was like, "Filming a movie, now you kissing dudes, you know I love you a lot. I don't give a F if that ish for promo. I don't want to see this ish no more." DDG then appeared to reference Halle Bailey holding hands with her co-star Jonah Hauer-King at the Little Mermaid's UK premiere, adding, "Why is y'all holding hands in the photo? You know I'm insecure, that's a no-no. I keep coming back, want to leave you but I'm too attached." The song then goes even deeper into his insecurities with more lyrics saying, "I've been so insecure that I be thinking you really sleeping with guys you in movies with, but on the internet I just be cooling it, but in my head a guy really losing it. I might just tweet something just to ruin it." And then when we thought it was already bad enough, he goes ahead and says, "It's a couple things about your job I want to know, I do. When you shoot your movie, do these guys turn you on? When you leave the set, do y'all still text each other phone?" Sheesh! The misogyny in this song alone was loud, and the pure dismissal of Halle was just disappointing to say the least. I mean, if these lyrics didn't scream control freak loud enough, I really don't know what will. And now we have all these blind items saying that DDG has rage issues and has been controlling Halle. Like I said, it's possible the blinds have been exaggerated, but that doesn't mean that they are entirely fabricated. Honey, considering it's been said a couple of times that DDG is a control freak, people could be onto something there. And it's things like this that are making people say that DDG is not right for Halle. You know, it's not just been about DDG controlling Halle or singing about his insecurities. There's also a bit of a history when it comes to DDG and other women that is just putting people off. Like for y'all who remember when he dated YouTuber Kennedy Simone, he put all their business out there. He would go to Twitter to spill everything she did, and his supporters would troll her endlessly. He would also buy her things, then say she wasn't appreciative enough, and that again made his fans drag his ex through the mud. Other than Kennedy, back in February of 2023, DDG was making headlines after another one of his ex-girlfriends, Ruby Rose, tweeted about seeing her ex's new girlfriend wear her old clothes. She didn't mention either DDG or Halle by name, but it was quickly noted that Halle was wearing a black and white t-shirt in an Instagram post that Ruby Rose had been seen in back in 2020. After Halle's fans came to her defense, Ruby clarified that she does like Halle, but she knows she doesn't deserve to be with somebody like DDG. And to prove that DDG is a weirdo, Ruby also leaked a DM she allegedly received from DDG around the time he wiped Halle from his Instagram when they had issues. In the messages, DDG seemingly asked Ruby to hang out, to which she replied, "You hit me the day y'all argue is so you, LOL." Around that time, DDG also made a very weird comment about all the girls being the same, seemingly implying that even Halle was like every other terrible chick he's come across. That very same month, fans also alleged that DDG used burner accounts at Aubrey Wiggins and Sneak Mode 13 to negatively comment and trash on the Little Mermaid, which again is weird given Halle is the Little Mermaid. When those two burner accounts were exposed, DDG tried to lie and say that his Sneak Mode 13 account was hacked and that the alleged hacker then made a tweet to reveal his supposed real account. Then there were other two burner accounts that were linked to him that both followed DDG, his family, Halle and Chloe. They also both commented often on DDG's brother tweets, responded only to people in DDG's threads. They followed the same sports teams, and they also frequently promoted DDG's music. Basically what this means, according to most people, is that DDG is a weirdo that talks to himself online with multiple accounts. And get this, one of the burner accounts that was linked to DDG called World of Finesse has some very spicy interactions with a girl called Diana. In their chats, Diana begs for a feature with DDG, while World of Finesse constantly begs Diana to make an OnlyFans account. Baby, it was already weird that DDG was using burner accounts to talk to himself, but to imagine that he was also using them to hit on other girls too? Child, this is the kind of behavior controlling people have, and that's why, to a lot of people, it's really not hard to believe that he could be controlling Halle. But is she this clueless though? Now, there were previous reports saying that Halle's family, especially her sister Chloe, does not like DDG at all because he gets his views and income from being outlandish on the internet. Apparently, the family members also agree that Halle's association with DDG could be hurting her career in many ways. For instance, the song For the First Time for The Little Mermaid was initially submitted to be considered for a nomination at the Oscars for Best Original Song, and Disney even posted a list of the categories they were campaigning to get nominated on their official website, and Halle's song was a part of it. However, after the news of Halle getting pregnant started going around, they pulled the song. According to a source who spoke to Media Takeout, Disney was not happy when they found out Halle was pregnant and decided to throw her out of the nomination list. They felt like her pregnancy would stop her from performing her duties, which would have helped for the song to get a nomination at the Oscars. The source then said, the backlash from Halle Bailey's pregnancy to rapper DDG is starting to have ramifications to her career. They just removed Halle from Oscar consideration for Best Original Song. Halle was all but certain to get an Oscar nomination for her performance. Well, as far as DDG is concerned, he knows exactly how fans have been feeling about this relationship, and he has actually talked about it a few times. For instance, this is what he said when he was explaining the meaning to the lyrics of his song, I'm Geekin' to Genius.
They made a petition to sign me off. I'm like, bro, is it really that deep? Am I really that bad of a dude? Like, it's dudes out here that's really bad for a girl though, like, really cuckoo.
He also said that y'all have no idea what's going on, and to the best of his knowledge, he's actually an amazing boyfriend to Halle.
When people comment on relationships, I'm like, bro, y'all don't know what's really going on. That's what's wrong with the internet. They just take everything without context and create their own story.
In addition, during an interview with Revolt, DDG opened up about dating Halle and blocking out negative opinions of people saying that they should break up, and this is what he said. We don't really pay attention to any of that, to be honest. It's the internet, it's Twitter, and they aren't real people to me, personally. We're best friends. We're surprisingly very alike, and we can kick it. She's very fun and a funny person because humor and personality is a big thing for me. We cannot act like boyfriend and girlfriend, which we do because we display PDA and stuff, but beyond that, we can chill, and that's the best part. I don't know, guys. DDG insists that he is a solid guy, but in your opinion, do you think it's possible he could be controlling Halle? Does he come off as someone who has rage issues? And is he in fact destroying Halle's career? Drop those thoughts in the comment section below.